Ladies, here's the truth no one tells you. Men may look like steel on the outside, strong, unshaken, and impossible to break. But behind that armor, every man carries a soft, vulnerable side he hides from the world. A side he protects with everything he's got. And if you, as a woman, can reach that hidden side, you unlock a version of him that most women will never see. Today I'm going to share with you 4 simple words that can melt even the toughest man's defenses. 4 words that can make him open up to you, trust you, and connect with you in a way that makes him never want to let you go. And no, those words are not "I love you." That's expected. And it's not "you're so hot," because that just strokes his ego. These words are different. They touch the part of his soul that rarely gets touched. So stay with me until the end, because not only will I reveal these magical words, but I'll also explain why they work, when to use them, and how to say them in a way that makes him fall for you on a whole new level. Why men guard their hearts. Let's start with the truth. Men aren't naturally cold or distant. They've been trained to be. From childhood, boys are told things like, "Don't cry, man up, be strong." Society teaches them that showing feelings equals weakness. So what do? They build walls, thick walls. By the time they are grown, they've mastered the art of hiding emotions. They'll laugh things off, distract with humor, or change the subject anytime something feels too deep. On the outside, they look fine. But inside, many men are carrying pain, stress, and emotions they've never shared with anyone. And here's where it matters for you. The woman who makes him feel safe enough to be soft. That's the woman he will never forget. The emotional formula. Before I tell you the exact words, you need to understand the psychology behind why they work. At their core, men need 3 things in order to open up emotionally. Respect. More than love, men crave respect. They want to feel admired for who they are, not just what they give. Validation. They need to feel enough, not almost enough, not if only you did more, but enough as they are. Safety. They must know they can let their guard down without being judged, mocked, or compared. Most women make the mistake of trying to unlock a man's heart with pressure, saying, "I love you more," texting constantly, or asking, "Why won't you open up to me?" But that usually backfires. It makes him pull away. The 4 words I'm about to give you, they work because they give him admiration plus safety. They say, "I see you, I value you, you matter." And ladies, when a man feels that from you, he doesn't just fall for you, he stays in love with you. The first 2 words. Respect trigger. The first 2 words are, "I admire." Why admire and not love? Because admiration is the language of respect. Love is emotional, yes, but admiration tells him, "I see your strength, I see your character, I respect you as a man." Think about it. When was the last time someone genuinely admired him? Not for his looks, not for his money, but for who he is as a person. For most men, that's rare, and that's why it hits so deeply. But here's the key. Don't make it generic. Saying, "I admire you," flat out, won't work. You have to make it specific. For example, "I admire how calm you stay under pressure." "I admire the way you take care of your family." "I admire how passionate you are about what you love." See the difference? You're not complimenting his muscles or his car. You're admiring his character, his heart. And the best time to say it, not when he's expecting praise. Don't say it right after he buys you flowers. Say it during an ordinary moment, like when he's telling you about his day. That's when it lands the deepest, because when he doesn't see it coming, it feels real. And that's what pierces his armor. The final 2 words. Emotional connection trick. Now for the final 2 words. About you. So the full phrase becomes, "I admire about you." Why does this matter? Because it makes your admiration personal. It tells him you're not just admiring what he does. You admire who he is. Let's compare. I admire how you fixed my car. Surface level. I admire how patient you are when solving problems. I love that about you. Now that hits him right in the heart. See the difference? One praises his action, the other validates his character. And ladies, men rarely hear words that admire who they are deep down. That's why this phrase is magnetic. When you say, I admire Percy about you, you're telling him, I see the man behind the mask. I value the soul behind the actions. That's what flips his emotional switch. Timing is everything. Now, let's talk timing, because when you use these words, it's just as important as what you say. Use them at the wrong time and they'll feel flat. Use them in the right moment and they'll echo in his heart for days. Here's when to use them. When he's sharing something personal, it makes him feel safe. When he's not expecting praise, that's when it feels real. During small, ordinary moments, because noticing the little things means more than big gestures. Example: you're sitting in the car and he's telling you about a stressful day at work. Instead of saying, that's cool, you look at him and say, you know, I really admire how you stay calm when things get tough. I love that about you. Boom! You just planted yourself in his heart for the rest of the week. The secret amplifier. Want to make these words even more powerful? Pair them with a gesture. Words touch the mind, but gestures touch the soul. When you say it, add something subtle. A soft touch on his arm, holding his hand. Eye contact that lingers just 1 second longer. Example: he's telling you about something he's proud of. You touch his hand gently, look into his eyes and say, I admire how deeply you care about people. I love that about you. That's not just words. That's a moment. And moments like that, they stay with a man forever. So there you have it, 4 simple words that unlock a man's soft side instantly. Not manipulation, not games, just pure emotional connection. Say them at the right time, in the right way, and you'll see a version of him that most women will never get to see. His guard will drop, his eyes will soften, and he'll look at you with a depth of love that says, you're the one. Because here's the truth, my love. Men may act like they don't need words of affirmation, but the reality, the right words from the right woman can change everything. Now tell me, are you ready to try this with your man and see his heart melt for you? If yes, drop A in the comments, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. Because in the next video, I'm going to share something even more powerful. How to make a man crave you in a way he's never craved anyone before. Stay tuned, Queen. Your love story is just getting started.